So here's an interesting one from Randy Matcher. Subject is Alexa Bliss. Hello, K100. I was listening to Brian Alvarez YouTube clip on Raw's ratings broken down to demos. He reported that Raw scores highest among teenage boys and men over 50. He wonders aloud if these groups are still watching because they enjoy seeing Alexa Bliss dressed as a little girl playing on a playground. I've seen similar chatter on Twitter. The thought hadn't crossed my mind as it just seems like usual WWE silliness to me. So what are your thoughts on Alexa's character? Is it designed to have an even darker undertones than what we were seeing on TV each week? Thanks for all the great Patreon content. And from Randy. All right, so here's my comprehensive take on this, and then you guys can comment. So I've been I always reference the Variety magazine article that popped up a few months ago, and the metrics on there that point to the reason wrestling fans don't watch wrestling anymore, and the top reason was it's too cartoonish. Okay, so obviously the person that's writing this angle and is maybe Vince is a fan of is a Silent Hill fan. Okay, do you know the video game Silent Hill?
Yeah, I saw the movie.
Okay,
so.
It's same, just girl, evil, a little, just like it's the same principle, right? But I'm watching the way it's presented, okay, and it's presented in a very romper room, cartoonish kind of way, okay. And I heard that this guy recently, who's this guy Khan? It's like one of their new financial guys they just made in charge of So whoever this guy is, because it's funny that this guy, you have two Khans now. One's a big wig in WWE and you got Tony Khan AEW. Okay, he was saying in an interview that he was pointing they're also marketing towards like 3 to 6 year olds. Okay, to try to get they're trying to provide content to try to get. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, young. Okay, yeah, but I'm looking at that statement. And I'm seeing this Alexa Bliss character. Me and Conan have said, it's Silent Hill, but it's treated in a very romper ways. Where if you're a preteen, you're looking at this and look at this. This is I don't know, because I'm 53 years old. I'm thinking of what a kid. But this past week, she's dressed up as a little girl, and on the thing, and she's standing in the middle of a pentagram with candles around.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is satanic. What's the word I want to use?
Imagery.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a second. Okay, this is obviously being done for the 3 to 6 year olds, but we're interjecting satanic ritualism into this angle. I'd love to be in the writer's room.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Okay, and just wonder on what you guys are thinking here, because this is completely out of the realm of common sense. It's too fake to realistically assume that Randy Orton has burned Bray Wyatt alive, and this girl is turning the lights on and off and changing. She's shape shifting, her outfit's changing in the middle of the mat. It's just I don't what is your audience here? What do you think this is going to do to try to create the suspension of disbelief? It's completely phony to me.
Very strange.
But that's me. I'm 53.
Yeah, I mean,
how is this playing to 3 to 6 year olds?
Yeah, I don't.
Now look at go ahead.
That's a strange one for me to hear that. I don't doubt that's something that they're considering, but it would seem odd to me that anything they're doing on a cable show that airs at 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. would be aimed at that age group. But I don't know. I've always, when it comes to, I've seen bits of that angle and the character change and everything. I've always just kind of, a bit like we were talking about with that last point when it came to certain celebrity involvement and stuff. Whenever I see stuff like that, I've always just sort of taken a step back and just gone, this isn't aimed at me. Because I don't like horror films. I'm not into that stuff. I've personally feel like the whole sort of creepy kid thing even in the horror genre has been done to death. Yeah, I'm just going off of trailers I've seen. I feel like every trailer for a horror film I see has some sort of creepy nursery rhyme, 1, 2, ring around the roses. It's after a while, it's like the first time it's the same. It's the same thing as wrestling. It got over once, and then
so
it's
done it a million times.
It's so creepy. And again, this is and I just, when I see it, I just sort of go, this ain't for me. Maybe some people really like it. I don't know, but it's the same as when I see I see a lot of wrestlers and a lot of angles and stuff kind of paying homage to video game characters or anime, and I don't know it. It's not my world. It doesn't resonate with me.
Yeah.
So I just kind of go, okay, well. And again, it's like you said, Joe. It's like I just go, okay, I'm not interested. I'm not going to sit here and go, this sucks. Like nobody, nobody likes this. This is why it's failing. It's like I just go, it doesn't work on me.
Yeah.
And when I speak to people, and when I do our sort of primary research for the NWA, like this helps shape a lot of our approach, because we're gobbling up a lot of those people who kind of go, I don't get a lot of this stuff. Like, I just like wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, we market ourselves as wrestling, like, because that's what we are. We're proud of it, like,
right.
If you want to see, you want to see simple angles and, competitive guys and, sort of a more kind of meat and potatoes kind of pro wrestling. Like, that's what we do. Like, we're not going to sort of delve into too much of that kind of business.
There's
but
not,
hey,
there's not going to be any like Undead Realm or burning. You don't want to burn any characters alive.
At the end of the day, it ain't up to me, but you won't see me doing it.
Yeah.